Good morning, friends. It's Monday, the 3rd of March, 2025, and it's time for your news from dinarguru.com. The central bank has achieved international integration by linking the Iraqi electronic payment system to global networks. This development allows for the acceptance of foreign cards locally and expands the acceptance of Iraqi cards internationally. And this ends this report. Here is our next report from dinarguru.com. Intel guru Mark Z reported that bond people are possibly starting to get paid, but this has nothing to do with the rate we will get on currency. They are two separate gigs. However, if they are starting to receive dollars, it suggests that changes are imminent. Do we know when? No, we do not yet. Some of the bond facilitators have received spendable dollars, and this ends this report. Here is our next report from dinarguru.com. Intel guru Frank26 reports an on-the-ground update from Firefly, stating that Kuwait, which is the size of a state within Iraq, has the strongest currency, although not for long. Frank expresses appreciation for Firefly's positive attitude and shares his opinion that the Iraqi dinar is soon expected to surpass the Kuwaiti currency, as well as potentially outpacing all currencies in the Middle East and possibly in the world. And this ends this report. Here is our next report from dinarguru.com, 3/2/2025. Newshound Guru Claire article, Oil price, Washington pressured Baghdad over Kurdistan oil to curb Iran's exports. Quote, the American website Oil Press, which specializes in energy affairs, published a report on Friday regarding the resumption of oil pumping from the Kurdistan region, confirming that Washington pressured Baghdad to do so in order to reduce Iranian oil exports. And this ends this report. Here is our next report from dinarguru.com. Recent articles indicate that there are plans to transition to a digital currency, specifically a central bank digital currency, CBDC. An advisor to Al-Sudani stated that this digital currency represents a significant advancement that would enhance control and aid in anti-money laundering efforts. However, it appears that this transition is not imminent, as the necessary infrastructure must still be developed. There are concerns regarding the level of control a government or banking system could exert over individuals' finances, potentially leading to a lack of privacy. Many express apprehension about the implications of such control over personal funds. And this ends this report. Here is our next report from dinarguru.com. Question: how do you see this impacting the physical dinar we hold? The Iraqi dinar will always be a paper currency needed for domestic commerce. The Iraqi dinar will be electronic at the same time, just like the USD, i.e. credit cards, debit cards. However, there will be a necessity for cross-border payments and receipts. If Iraq wants to buy dates from Italy, they must pay for them. But how? Cross-border payment. Iraq is being schooled right now on digital currencies and how to use them, i.e. K2 and Wyman. Post 1 of 2. Stay tuned. And this ends this report. Here is our next report from dinarguru.com. On March 2, 2025, newshound Intel guru Afinu Elanu responded to digital Iraqi dinar posts from yesterday. And this ends this report. Here is our next report from dinarguru.com. On March 2, 2025, newshound Intel guru Afinu Elanu stated that the IQD will never be replaced with a cryptocurrency, as crypto will be used for cross-border payments only. The new digital currency is designed to enhance the efficiency of the IQD, and it is believed that this is how payments will be made for the RV. Furthermore, the IQD will not be stored in reserves. This situation is considered unnecessary in the future world of fintech. The duration of the RV process is seen as prolonged due to Iraq's stall tactics, which are perceived as illogical. This perspective is supported by the presence of K2 and Wyman, who are reportedly in Iraq to provide training on cross-border payments. And this ends this report. Here is our next report from dinarguru.com. On March 2, 2025, Intel guru Frank26 commented on the U.S. Treasury's imposition of additional sanctions on Iran's shadow fleet as part of a maximum pressure campaign. He emphasized the need for security and stability for the monetary reform, highlighting that it must not fail the Iraqi citizens. Frank26 warned that failure could lead to a total collapse of the situation, cautioning against the possibility of returning to square one. And this ends this report. Here is our next report from dinarguru.com. An article by newshound guru Claire states, Iraq has today become one of the best countries in the world in controlling the sale of the dollar, as this process is carried out with transparency and accuracy, explaining that this mechanism is the most disciplined, transparent, and controlled in the world, as indicated by international experts. Highlighting these transformations and developments helps enhance international confidence in the Iraqi banking sector. And this ends this report. Here is our next report from dinarguru.com. On March 2, 2025, newshound guru Militiaman reported an article stating, based on the directives of the Central Bank of Iraq, we warn all citizens not to use digital payment tools and actively deal with the Forex. Militiaman questioned the rationale behind warning citizens about trading in digital currencies on the Forex if there were no plans to proceed, suggesting that the warning implies an upcoming change. And this ends this report. Here is our next report from dinarguru.com. Newshound guru Pimpy stated that people often perceive him as negative. He clarified that he does not understand how sharing the truth can be seen as negativity. And this ends this report. Here is our next report from dinarguru.com. Intel guru Frank26 reports that last year they started sending people to banks to gather information, with initial responses indicating it was a scam. Approximately 3 months later, the banks shifted their stance, stating they didn't have any information. Recently, at the beginning of this year, the banks acknowledged their knowledge but indicated they could not discuss it further. All the bank stories received have been verifying this narrative, and this ends this report. Here is our next report from dinarguru.com. The Parliamentary Legal Committee has announced that the Iraqi parliament will not be suspended ahead of the upcoming legislative elections, emphasizing its moral and constitutional duty to continue holding sessions and approving the remaining laws during Ramadan. And this ends this report. Here is our next report from dinarguru.com. A salesperson superstar is wanted for a lucrative, fun, and professionally rewarding position with straight commission earnings potential ranging from $45,000 to $350,000 or more, with no caps on earnings. The position offers flexible hours, and while existing business experience is a plus, a passion and great attitude are essential. Interested applicants can apply through the provided link. And this ends this report. Here is our next report from dinarguru.com. Iraq's gold reserves rise to more than 17 trillion dinars. This has many benefits as it enhances economic and financial stability, protects against risks, and is considered an important tool for intervening in the foreign exchange market. And that ends all the news from dinarguru.com. We hope this brings value to your day. If so, please like and subscribe, and ring the bell to be notified when our reports are uploaded. Thank you for joining us, and have a great Monday.